The next process involved in project communications management is coming up with your communications plan. As you can see from the slide, the outputs of this are your actual communications plan, as well as some updates to some project documents. To be honest, I don't know how often you actually see these outputs in practice, nor do I really necessarily know if I think there's a whole heck of a lot of value in creating a lot of documentation around your communications plan. However, what I do think is critically important is that you spend some time as a project manager thinking actively about how you're going to communicate with all of the stakeholders. This is not something that you want to do haphazardly and just make it up as you go along through the project. I think I've told you all before about Scott, the guy I knew who was a project manager at FedEx, who was the most efficient project manager I've ever seen. Part of it was because he was so good at communicating. Every week, every Monday at 2 o'clock, there was a project team meeting. It was always standard. It was always assumed that everyone involved in it was going to set aside an hour and a half out of their Monday to attend that project meeting. For every single one of those meetings, coming into it the day before, you got emailed the minutes from the prior week's meeting. You also got the agenda for the meeting that you were going into. There was also a running issues log, and every single week during that meeting, you went through every single line item of that issue log to find out, has this issue been resolved since last week? If not, has any action taken place? If so, what was that action? If the issue has been taken care of, then it's removed and you don't go back and revisit it. So having a structure to your meetings, like Horseman's Law was talking about, having it in your head that you're going to touch base with every member of your project team once a week and get a status update on where they are with their projects. That you're going to reach out and send an email update, or you're going to provide a phone call to the stakeholders that are up in the organization from you. Maybe you're going to meet with your project manager. I'm sorry, not project manager, project sponsor once a week. That you're going to reach out and touch your customer once a week. Just touch base with them, provide them with the information that they need to know. Thinking through how you are going to systematically communicate with your stakeholders throughout the course of the project is what this is about. And even if it's just an outline that you put on one page in a Word document so that you have it as the project manager every week to refer back to and say, okay, have I effectively communicated with this with my people this week? I think that's effective. You don't necessarily have to churn out a 25 to 50 page communications plan so long as you are thinking about how you can effectively and systematically communicate with your stakeholders so that everyone has the information that they need in order to do their job and that you have the information you need in order to do your job. That's what a communication plan should be all about.